here it comes, much unlike what the US equity market handover was, or for that matter, how some of the Asian markets also are actually, picking up from there. You're seeing some stability. It's pretty early days, but it seems like it's going to be one of those flat starts, at least for the index. The Nifty Bank marginally higher, better a day for the mid-cap index, at least that's what the first flash is indicating, wherein the small cap is seeing a more meaningful move and holding up about almost 0.5% as we speak. The Nifty Bank, by the way, is picking up more weight, so let's just look at what the individual constituents are doing. A central bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, SBI, PNB, ICICI Bank, not IndusInd. We'll come to that in just a bit. We're first talking about the LCR liquidity beneficiaries, the likes of an Axis, a Union Bank, Canara Bank, HDFC Bank, BOB, Bandhan, Federal. These stand to be bigger beneficiaries. So yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing right now play out. There's the other one, of course, steel. That's also the big news maker this morning. So let's just bring up some of those names and show you how they're currently getting impacted, given that, in an unexpected and much awaited move, the government has finally announced that 12% safeguard duty on select steel imports, which is going to be effective for the next 200 days. And you are seeing metals is back, fairly buoyant in trade. What about IT? Well, the Nifty, of course, has fizzled out and it's barely holding its head above water. IT as a pack, let's see whether that's going to see any continuation of a trend. Unfortunately not. The Nifty IT index is in the red. Infosys is down almost 2%. HCL Technology is down 0.8. Tata Elxsi, Persistent, etc. should also come up for you on your screens next, given that they were the ones which were fairly buoyant in trade yesterday, and Tata Elxsi is taking a little bit of a breather. Persistent, though, still holding up about almost 0.5% as we speak. Other than that, like we were flagging off, the other news makers continue to be Paytm. There's Mahindra Logistics after its numbers, and Coal India after that agreement with DVC. Mahindra Logistics gaps up about 4%, Paytm higher by about almost 0.5%, and Coal India will just come off on your screens next, higher by about almost 1% or so in trade. Shrishti, any other stocks that you're spotting?
Well, yes, it's the auto pack that is a bit under pressure because Hero MotoCorp, Bajaj Auto, they have been the downgrade candidates of Jefferies today, and both of these stocks have been under pressure. There has been a rating cut as well as a target price slash. IndusInd Bank is another counter that is taking it on the chin. A 6% lower is what we are witnessing. Other than that, in terms of the chemical counters, select chemical companies have come out with a very good set of numbers. So let's watch out for the likes of PCBL, etc., which we are covering, and definitely some of these counters are moving up in trade. Mahindra Logistics is another counter that we have been discussing with that management change, Hemant Sikka taking over. We have talked and interacted a lot with Mr. Sikka when he was heading the tractor division, and maybe because of this management change, the street is a bit happy while the numbers looked a bit mixed. In terms of the FMCG companies, then it's Emami that is holding higher by around 2%. Let's watch out for some of the other counters from the likes of Dabur and ITC, which have seen a rating change, of course, from the house of UBS. And Dixon Tech is also one of the movers. A 1% uptick is what we are seeing on that particular stock. On the news flow regarding Google Pixel actually planning to increase their production when it comes to the Indian markets. All right, so those were the movers and shakers, but the Nifty Bank, though after a good start on just for the first few minutes, is now drifted into the red, and Nifty 50 is also down about 18 odd points. But Kunal, how do you see the opening on the index, and which are the stocks that are making up to your list?
Yeah, it's a muted start, and I think hopefully we should consolidate over there. So some bit of red on the screen could not be, should not be taken with a complete negative bias. But I think even if we consolidate at this 24,000 mark, that would be considered as a healthy sign for the index. In terms of the opening trade, I would look at ONGC. I think many of the PSU stocks are making a strong comeback, and ONGC trading close to that 245, 250 mark could be a similar stock which could make a strong comeback over the near term.